Hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, if you want to master the game and stop missing obvious cues, you need to lock in with this channel. Don't be the guy who watches from the sidelines. Join the community. Biological triangle gaze and pupil dilation. Let's cut the fluff and get straight to the raw biology. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, her autonomic nervous system reacts before her conscious brain even realizes it. The most undeniable sign is in the eyes. We aren't talking about a polite glance. We are talking about the triangle gaze. This is when her eyes don't just stay on your eyes. She looks at your left eye, then your right eye, and then drops down to your mouth, creates a triangle, and goes back up. This is a subconscious signal that she is anticipating intimacy. She is literally checking out your mouth because her brain is simulating a kiss. If you catch her doing this while you're talking, stop second-guessing yourself. She's into you. Furthermore, look at her pupils. Under low light, everyone's pupils dilate. But if you are in a well-lit room and her pupils look like black saucers, that is a chemical reaction to dopamine. Her brain is flooded with pleasure chemicals just by looking at you. If she's maintaining prolonged eye contact, anything over 3 seconds, that's aggressive interest. Most dudes miss this because they are too busy looking at their shoes or worrying about what to say next. Hold her gaze. If she looks down and smiles, that's submission. If she looks away horizontally, she might just be distracted. But that downward glance with a smirk, that's the money shot. Proximity violation and the personal bubble breach. In American culture, we have a very strict concept of personal space. Usually, it's about an arm's length. When a woman is purely platonic or just being polite, she will respect that barrier religiously. She won't invade your space because she doesn't want to give you the wrong idea. However, when attraction kicks in, the desire for physical closeness overrides social norms. This is sign number 2. She finds reasons to be in your immediate radius. We call this orbiting. If you are at a party or a bar, and you notice that no matter where you move, she somehow ends up within 5 feet of you, that is not an accident. She is positioning herself to be noticed, to be approached, or to accidentally bump into you. Watch for the lean in. When you are speaking, does she lean her torso forward? This is a vulnerable position. She is closing the gap, subconsciously trying to inhale your pheromones. If she sits next to you and her thigh grazes yours and she doesn't immediately pull away, that is a deliberate tactical move. She is testing the waters to see if you recoil. If you stay put, you pass the vibe check. A woman who isn't interested will actively manage the distance to keep you in the friend zone. If she's breaking the barrier, she wants you to escalate. Preening and the mating display. Evolutionary psychology tells us that humans are just animals with better vocabulary. When a bird wants a mate, it flashes its feathers. When a woman is attracted to a high-value man, she engages in preening. This is sign number 3. This behavior is almost entirely unconscious. Watch her hands. Is she smoothing out her hair? Is she adjusting her necklace? Is she fixing her top? This is twofold. First, she wants to look her absolute best for you. She is self-conscious about her appearance because your opinion matters. Second, and more importantly, these actions draw your eye to specific areas. Playing with a necklace draws your eye to her neck and chest. Smoothing her skirt draws your eye to her hips. It's biological highlighting. The most classic move is the hair flip, or exposing the neck. The neck is a vulnerable part of the body. By tilting her head and exposing her neck, she is showing submission and trust. It's a primal signal that says, I am comfortable with you, and I am not a threat. If she's doing this while you're dropping knowledge or telling a story, she is totally captivated. Don't think she's just fidgeting. If she was bored, she'd be checking her phone or looking at the exit. Preening is a green light. Mirroring and synchronization. This is NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, 1001. But it's deadly accurate. We like people who are like us. When a woman is vibing with you, she will subconsciously start to copy your body language. This is sign number 4, mirroring. Test this out next time you are chatting with a girl you think is interested. If you are leaning back with your arms crossed, wait a minute and see if she does the same. If you take a sip of your drink, watch if she immediately reaches for hers. This synchronization happens because her focus is hyper-locked on you. She is trying to build rapport without saying a word. It's not just body language, it's vocal cadence too. If you are speaking slowly and with a deep tone, she might drop her voice and slow down. If you are high energy, she will match that energy. This is her way of saying, we are on the same wavelength. If you shift your weight and she shifts hers, she is literally following your lead. A woman who is guarded or uninterested will maintain a closed body posture, arms crossed, legs crossed away from you, regardless of what you do. But if she is your mirror image, she is trying to connect. Before we move to the next block of signs, make sure you subscribe. We are dropping the kind of value that dating coaches charge thousands for. Don't be a freeloader. Join the squad. The dumb questions and sustaining interaction. Listen, if a woman is busy or uninterested, she will give you short, clipped answers. Yes. No. Cool. She wants the conversation to die so she can get back to her life. But when she is attracted, she fears the silence. She wants to keep the interaction going at all costs. This leads to sign number 5. She asks dumb or unnecessary questions just to keep you talking. She might ask you about something she clearly knows the answer to, or she might ask for your opinion on something completely trivial. What do you think about this song? Or do I look okay in this? She doesn't actually care about the song. She wants your attention. She is investing in the conversation. This is a concept called compliance. She is working for your attention. If you stop talking and there is a lull, watch what she does. If she checks her phone, she's bored. If she frantically searches for a new topic to bridge the gap, she is terrified of losing your interest. She wants to hear your voice. She wants you to look at her. She is handing you the ball, waiting for you to make a move. Don't dismiss these questions as her being airheaded. Recognize them as her opening the door for you to step through. Digital orbiting and high-speed replies. In the modern dating landscape, you cannot ignore the digital footprint. Sign number 6 is all about how she handles you on social media and text. We are talking about digital body language. If you post a story on Instagram and she is consistently one of the first people to view it, that's data. She has your notifications on, or she is stalking your profile, that is high interest. But let's talk about texting. The rule that girls wait hours to text back to not seem desperate? Yeah, that goes out the window when she is genuinely burning for you. If she replies to your texts fast, with detailed responses, using emojis, she is into you. Look for the double text. If she sends a message, you don't reply for a bit, and she sends another one to follow up, or sends a meme, that is a massive indicator. She is anxious about your silence. Also, look at the text-to-real-life ratio. Does she send you photos of what she's doing? Just ate this. Look at this sunset. She is trying to include you in her day-to-day life. She wants you to visualize her. A woman who isn't interested will leave you on read or give you dry responses like LOL or nice. If she's writing paragraphs, she's invested. Passive jealousy and the competition check. Women are territorial creatures when they find a high-value male. They might not slash tires, but they will show sign number 7, passive jealousy. This is subtle, so you have to be sharp. Mention another female in a casual way. Don't be a jerk about it, just drop a name. Yeah, my friend Sarah mentioned that place. Watch her reaction. Does her face drop? Does the mood shift? Does she ask, who is Sarah? Or, is she your girlfriend? In a joking but not joking tone? That is the competition check. She is trying to assess if you are taken or if she has rivals. She might also try to downplay other women or position herself as not like other girls. If she starts qualifying herself, saying things like, I'm not into drama like most girls, she is trying to elevate her status in your eyes while lowering the competition. If she was just a friend, she would be happy you have other female friends. If she's attracted, she views them as threats to her potential territory. She wants to be the only queen bee in your hive. Breaking the touch barrier, Kino escalation. We talked about proximity, but actual physical contact is the next level. Sign number 8 is the initiation of touch, also known as Kino. Women are conditioned to be careful with physical touch to avoid leading guys on. So if she touches you, it is rarely an accident. It starts small. A light tap on the arm when you make a joke. Picking a piece of lint off your shirt, which is a grooming behavior, referencing back to our earlier point. Comparing hand sizes. OMG, your hands are so big compared to mine. This is a classic move to initiate skin-on-skin contact. If you are walking and her shoulder bumps yours repeatedly, or she grabs your forearm to steady herself in high heels, she is comfortable with your physicality. She wants to feel your strength. This is a huge green light for you to escalate. If you touch her back and she leans into it, you are golden. If she stiffens up, back off. But if she is the one initiating these micro-touches, she is practically screaming for you to make a move. She is inviting you into her intimate space. We are halfway through. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Join the winning team. Smash that button. Let's keep the momentum going with the deeper psychological signs, the voice drop, and submissive tones. Most people think women go high-pitched when they like a guy. While a girly, excited voice is a sign of friendliness, psychological studies suggest that when a woman is sexually attracted to a man, her voice actually drops a register. It becomes lower, breathier, and slower. This is sign number 9. It's the bedroom voice. It happens because she is relaxed and trying to sound more seductive. Listen to how she talks to her friends versus how she talks to you. If she's loud and screechy with the girls, but turns into a sultry, smooth talker when you are one-on-one, that is a biological switch flipping. She wants to soothe you. She wants to appear feminine and soft. Also, pay attention to her laughter. Is she laughing at things that aren't even funny? If you tell a dad joke and she giggles like it's the best comedy special she's ever seen, she isn't laughing at the joke. She is laughing to make you feel good. She is stroking your ego. It's a validation signal. She wants you to feel like the man, the entertainer, the leader. Availability and breaking rules. I'm really busy this week. We've all heard it. It's the universal blow-off. But here's the truth. Nobody is too busy for someone they really want. Sign number 10 is that she makes herself available, even when it's inconvenient. If you ask her out last minute and she has plans, a woman who likes you will say, "I can't do Friday, but I am free Saturday night." She offers a counteroffer immediately. She will shift her schedule, stay up late to talk to you even if she has work in the morning, or drive a long distance just to see you for an hour. We call this burning calories. Is she expending energy for you? If she is strictly adhering to her schedule and slotting you in like a dentist appointment, you are an option, not a priority. But if she bends her own rules, like letting you come over late or skipping her gym class to grab coffee, she is prioritizing your interaction over her routine. That is high attraction. She is afraid that if she says no, you might move on to someone else. Nervousness and fidgeting. You might think that if she likes you, she will be super smooth and confident. Often it's the opposite. Sign number 11 is visible nervousness. When high-stakes emotions are involved, cortisol spikes. She might stutter a bit, play with her jewelry excessively, fidgeting, or blush. Blushing is an involuntary response. She literally cannot fake that. It means her blood is rushing to her face because of adrenaline and arousal. If she drops things, trips over her words, or seems a bit clumsy around you, don't judge her. It means you intimidate her in a good way. You are high status in her eyes, and she is nervous about messing up. She wants to impress you so badly that her brain is short-circuiting. If she is cool, calm, and collected like a robot, there's no emotional stake. But if she's a bit of a mess, you got her heart racing. Qualifying herself and seeking your approval. In a normal social dynamic, the person with the lower status seeks approval from the person with higher status. When a woman is attracted to you, she views you as the prize. This leads to sign number 12, qualifying. She starts trying to sell herself to you. You might mention you like girls who can cook, and suddenly she's telling you about her famous lasagna. You mention you like fitness, and she starts talking about her gym routine. She is trying to prove that she fits your criteria. She wants you to see her as girlfriend material. Listen for phrases like, "I'm very loyal," "I love taking care of people," or "I'm not like those party girls." She is painting a picture of herself that aligns with what she thinks you want. If she didn't care, she wouldn't bother explaining herself. But if she is constantly trying to impress you with her accomplishments, her traits, or her values, she is interviewing for the position of your partner. She wants the job. We're at the finish line. If you've made it this far, you are serious about this. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the next breakdown. Let's finish strong with the final 3 signs. Retention of small details. This is a huge one. Women have incredible memories for emotional details. Sign number 13 is that she remembers the small, insignificant things you mentioned weeks ago. Maybe you casually mentioned you love a specific brand of candy or that your dog's name is Buster. 2 weeks later, she brings you that candy or asks, "How's Buster doing?" This shows that when you speak, she is actively listening and storing information. She is building a mental file on you. Why? Because she cares. We don't remember details about people who are background noise in our lives. We remember details about people who matter. If she surprises you with a small gift related to something you said, or sends you a link to an article about a topic you like, it proves you are occupying real estate in her mind even when you aren't around. She is thinking about you when she is alone. That is the definition of attraction. Future projection. Listen carefully to her language. Does she talk about the future using we instead of I? Sign number 14 is future projection. If she says things like, "We should go there someday," or "You would love this movie, we have to watch it," she is inserting you into her future timeline. She isn't seeing you as a temporary fling. She is visualizing a scenario where you are still around weeks or months from now. This is her testing your reaction to long-term planning. If she invites you to a wedding that is 3 months away, that is a massive commitment signal. She wants you as her +1. She is signaling to the world that you are with her. If she only talks about right now or tonight, it might just be a hookup vibe. But we should is the language of relationships. The open body language and neck exposure. We started with body language, and we are ending with the most primal version of it. Sign number 15 is openness. When a woman feels unsafe or uninterested, she closes off, purse on her lap, arms crossed, turning away. When she is attracted, she opens her posture. She uncrosses her arms. She faces her torso completely towards you, heart to heart. But the ultimate sign, the one that seals the deal, is exposing the wrists and the neck. We touched on this earlier, but let's go deeper. The inside of the wrist and the neck are high pheromone zones and pulse points. By displaying them, she is subconsciously inviting you to smell her, to touch her, to be close to her vital areas. It is a signal of total comfort and submission to your masculine frame. If she tilts her head back laughing, exposing her throat while touching your arm, game over, she is yours. Listen, knowing these 15 signs is half the battle. The other half is having the confidence to act on them. If you see a cluster of these signs, like the triangle gaze, mixed with preening and touching, don't hesitate. She is waiting for you to lead. Don't be the guy who waits too long and talks himself out of a win. Read the signs, trust your gut, and make the move. If this video gave you the clarity you needed, smash that like button and subscribe right now. We are building a community of high-value men here. Don't miss the next upload. Peace.